Hey guys, Bailey here. Online I go by Dancing Buffalo. What you're going to be watching today is a highlights and compilation of me doing some shoutcasting for Rocket League from a while back. If you don't know what Rocket League is, essentially it is a 3-on-3 soccer game where the ball is huge and the players use cars to move the ball down the field and score. It's really intense. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun game. The only thing is, prior to this casting, I had not played this game before, did not know what it was about. I had a friend that was coaching one of the teams that was playing in the tournament. He asked if I would cast for him, and I said yes, and this is how it went. I think it went relatively well. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a like. Feel free to subscribe. I want to start pumping out more content on YouTube, and the support would be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's get into it. Peace, guys.
1 minute left here. Turbo's going to take a swing at it. Hits it right into the corner.
It's right in front of their goal, but they're all very good at that. Oh.
There's Zayor straight on goal. Maybe a lack of communication there from Ole Miss as all three committed to the block and nobody was in goal to save the rebound. Yeah, I feel like Mississippi State felt like they needed to match that aggression. They found themselves out of place a few times, and Ole Miss was able to capitalize on them being out of place, whether it be on deflections or, like you said, the last bully right there to confirm the win. Turbo overruns it here, but Zayar's here for the cleanup right off the crossbar, but gets his own rebound and is able to bury it in the top of the net. Yeah, setting up the third game here. As you can see here, we have goals by Zayar and Turbo, but really all 6 players here in this match they're handling the ball well. They're not trying to control it too much. They're trying to press it, get it across midfield, get it down on the other team's side so that you can get an opportunity to center, to take an attack, to get an opportune rebound, just whatever it takes to get a goal. That set piece took just over a minute. Let's see if Mississippi State will be able to respond. They get it back across midfield onto the Ole Miss side and right in. Looks like less than 10 seconds and Mississippi State is able to answer with their own goal here. Again, we're seeing some great team play. Like I said, you can't compliment them enough as far as the rotations. They're communicating when they want to be aggressive, when they want to press. But as you can see, if you press too often, you're not able to capitalize on your own attack, and you don't have anyone back to defend for you.
The
center
close,
there. Great opportunity, and the opportunity is seized upon from Turbo here.
Pushing it
That's
into Mississippi
Bit
State's
sends
corner.
it in, but Zayar's there for the deflection. Ball still ends up traveling very close to the goal of Mississippi State.
Good block there by Edgy. He's getting it back out of the corner, keeping it from going towards Ole Miss's side.
These aerial maneuvers are absolutely fantastic at controlling the ball. Shot on goal there, just wide. Like we said, it's not always about being aggressive. You have to assume that was great communication there. TG1 was on the ground, not sure if he was going to be able to get the angle he needed. Edgy said, don't worry, I'm going to take the shot. If I miss it, you're there to have my follow-up, and that's exactly what happened. That's it. As you see, Austin here sending it back across, coming out of net himself. He centers it up for Zayar, who buries it into the bottom corner. Nice shot there by Zayar to put him back up, or excuse me, tie it back up 2-2 with just under 2 minutes left in the game. Nice job playing the second ball there. Knew that Zayar was going to get there ahead of him, so he said, I'll play it off of Zayar instead of trying to beat him to it. Turbo there with the shot, and it goes in off the defender. Great shot there by Turbo.
Just bounced that along all the Ole Miss players. Watch this shot here. It's right off the top of those Ole Miss players. There was nothing they could do about that one. They were out of position.
See 30 seconds left. Austin said, let me have one last crack at this goal. Doesn't quite get it. TCG won there, but Zayar comes in with the bounce right over the top of the defender.
Man. And
sends it around, and Zayar says, let me score one more just to be safe with 11 seconds left.
He's going for that hat trick this game.
That's it. That actually is the hat trick. He gets the full 3. Right here, it's all mostly about pride, just seeing if you can close this lead up a little bit, but looks like Turbo's going to let it go ahead and drop down, and that's 2-2 here in this best of 7.
We very well might see Game 7.
We might see it here. No team wanting to give an inch. As you can see from the stat line, Zayar, player of the game with a hat trick on 4 shots, and then each of his teammates, Austin and Turbo, having their own goal, while on Ole Miss's side, TG1 with 2 goals of his own.
We see a lot of saves coming from TG1 and Bit right now. They are doing fantastic on the Ole Miss.
And in that one shot right there, you saw all 3 players for Ole Miss near the goal. And that's been the biggest difference. You see Ole Miss is okay with playing defense and playing near the goal for the counterattack, where Mississippi State, on the other hand, As in, even right there, you only see 2 people in the net, and it's not enough. Edgy able to squeak through with the goal. He had the first goal for him in Game 3 as well when they were able to pull out the win. So let's see if that means anything for Ole Miss this time around.
It will be.
TG1 says, let me go ahead and touch the roof when I get this ball back down on the field. And Turbo says, well, I'll just take it on the ground. Hops one defender and is able to bury it in the net here. Nice job there. Everyone crashing into one another, jockeying for position, trying to maintain possession. And Zayar says, I'll take it myself. Give me the ball and watch what I do with it. Open goal there. Bit able to score with 29 seconds left. Ties it up 2-2.
One miss is all it takes.
That's it. And that's one thing that we have seen a lot out of Ole Miss. They're, like I've said before, they're okay with playing defense. They're not going to try to press anything or force any situations. They're just going to capitalize and focus on counterattacks.
Good pressure there from Ole Miss, but Turbo is able to get it away from them. And he's sending it towards the midfield, trying to get something set up for his team.
That's it. And again, we see all 3 players for Ole Miss on their side of the field, okay with sitting back, letting the ball come to them, taking it away from Mississippi State, and then having numbers in their favor on the counterattack. That's it. You called it right at the end of the last goal. 1 miss is all it takes for the team to capitalize, and Ole Miss climbs from being behind 2-1 to go up 3-2 in overtime here. And they also take Game 5, which puts them ahead 3-2 in the match set. Yeah, Edgy did well, but of course you also can't. Early game, Austin was the player to talk about with all of those demos, applying the pressure for Mississippi State. They've stated their claim. That's what they want to do. They're going to apply pressure. They're going to bully you. If they get the demos, they're going to attack off of it. Ole Miss has just been able to counter it. They've sat back. They've been okay with playing back near their goal, getting the defense, and then getting the deflections and rebounds, and then counterattacking. Austin again says, well, let's just see how long we can keep it down here. Something's got to give eventually. There's 1 miss by Ole Miss, but with 3 people in the net, 1 person can afford to miss. There's 2 other defenders there. Nice goal there. Seems like the defender from Mississippi State thought he was going to try it himself. TG1 instead knocks it, plays it right off himself, dodges the defender, gets it into the net. Nice job. Great defense. As the old saying goes, defense win championships, and Ole Miss is playing that to a T here. They're winning in the set, tied in the game.
Ooh, but a close shot.
Can they squeak it? Turbo is able to capitalize and knock it in. Great job.
Right up and down.
Yeah, they're having to do something. It seems like Mississippi State has realized that Ole Miss is okay with playing on their side of the field. And they're like, well, if you're going to play back there, then we're going to aggress all the way as far back as you'll let us. And at that point there, just having 3 or 4 opportunities there to score. It is only a matter of time before one snuck in. And with that one, Zayar knocks it out, waiting on it to hit the ground, settles it down, and that's 3-3. Well, we asked for it, and we got it. Game 7. Here we come.
It is down to the wire here between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Let's see how this game goes. I'm excited.
I'm definitely excited to see it. As you can see, Turbo with the goals here, showing Mississippi State and really Ole Miss, both teams really, anybody on the team can score. Both teams have proved that everyone on the team can play defense. It was just Mississippi State was able to sneak 2 across here. There's the demos we were talking about. We knew it was coming.
Oh! Scored by TG1.
Nice job by TG1 there.
Snuck it right past Turbo.
Turbo, we saw a little wave dash there, probably trying to get a little more behind the ball. Not able to get there.
Just across the nose. Couldn't cack it in time.
Under 90 seconds to play. They definitely have to here. And there's, just
off the goalpost.
You hate to see that there. It was very close to a goal that would have brought them within 1, under 1:15 now. And at this point in time with 30 seconds left, this is all they have to do. They don't really need to score. A goal would be helpful, but just hold on to the ball and limit the damage.
Oh, and there's a goal by Zayar.
Zayar says, you know what? Let me go ahead, get my second hat trick of the day, put the nail in the coffin. Up 3 goals with 19 seconds left. Ole Miss is going to be scrambling here if they want to win. Only so much you can do. 1 slip up, 1 mistake, 1 little crack in that armor of defense, and Mississippi State was able to slip in there. And then it seems like they weren't really able to counterattack. They were able to at times, but when you're playing 3 in the goal and no one down the field, even when you're able to get those blocks and those deflections, it's really hard to have someone down there for the counter to get the goal on your end.